Hello! Welcome to another Mamemeister 10-minute mashup. Now, as you probably see there, this is most certainly not a retro game, and you'd be absolutely correct. This is Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. This actually, the reason I'm making this video, I'm actually making this in the afternoon because this Wii U belongs to my daughter, not to me. And being a typical 10-year-old, she wouldn't be happy with me coming into her bedroom at night time to make a video of this, so I thought I better do it when she's at school, so hence the early video. But yeah, you're probably wondering why am I looking at a current game. The reason I'm looking at a current game is because, to be perfectly honest with you, it's one of the best games I have played in a long time. It really is fantastic. And I hope to be able to kind of show you why in a few minutes. There's been a lot of bad press about Nintendo recently, probably fairly deserved. The Wii U, it's been all over the press, well, not so much all over the press, it's been in various gaming websites that the Wii U is not selling well. It's just not selling well at all. I think part of the reason is because Nintendo do not like third parties. All the software tends to have to come through them. They've apparently got a very strict sort of policy regarding, you know, quality of games and that kind of stuff, and that's why you get very few third-party good games. All the third-party makers tend to stick with Sony and Microsoft, and it's a shame because this is the Wii U is a cracking machine. And the thing about the Wii U, I mean, my daughter's got half a dozen games, maybe slightly more, and they're all pretty much typical Nintendo fare. You've got your Pikmin, which is a Nintendo game, you've got your Super Mario 3D Land. They're all Nintendo games, and they're all excellent, but there's just virtually, apart from the handful of games, there's so few games for the Wii U, and that is the simple reason why it's not doing well. Other things about Nintendo, I mean, it was announced fairly recently that Nintendo are pulling the online facilities off the Wii, so apparently that is no longer available. I don't know whether if it's taking effect as of now or whether it's going to be happening in the near future, but basically it means that soon you will no longer be able to play any games on the Wii online. Now, considering it's still a current console, there's games still coming out for it, I think that's a bad move on Nintendo's part, and it's almost like them sticking two fingers up at their customers. You know, there's people who don't have the money, who can't afford to buy a new console, and you know, the Wii is probably the only console they've got, and to kind of take away that connectivity and online play at this stage when it's still a current console, to my mind, is a bit of a short sight in Nintendo. But anyway, yeah, that's the bad stuff. The good stuff is this game rocks. So without much further ado, let's crack on now. I'm actually using it's this big dirty thing. When I play this with my daughter, she gets to use that. I've got to use a Wii remote, so this is the first time I've actually used this. Now let me go for the Grand Prix. Now I've never actually played, I'm going to turn this sound up a wee bit. I'll put it on 100cc. I've never actually played it on anything other than 50. Now one of the characters I like is this little dude. It's like the Mario Kart 7 on the DS. You can pretty much design your own. What's going on here? Yeah, you can kind of design your own kart. You can change the type of kart, etc. I do know. Apparently, what's the button? There's a button you press. Is it I? There you go. It actually shows you what the best, you know, what each kart's got: speed, acceleration, weight, handling, grip. Anyway, let's just go for that. Yeah, you can change the tyres. Okay, I'm not too sure. Does that speed? Alright, okay, that gives you a better grip. Right, that'll do. I'm not going to piss about with that much longer. And you can also fly like the 3DS versions, and you can pick your parachute. This game. I think I've not played it. I've not played it in any in-depth sort of level, but apparently all the tracks are tracks that have appeared in other itinerations of Mario Kart. I mean, it's been out in every Nintendo platform, I think. Did it come out? It came out in N64. It came out on the GameCube. Oh, Super Nintendo. I think that was it. Came out in the Wii as well, actually. So yeah. Now, one thing I hope you can see from the camera, it looks absolutely fucking lush. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I should warn you right now that I am pretty pants at this game. Well, I can do that. You know what? The thing I like about this game is it's kind of going back to basics. It plays very much like the original. Right, wait, what's going on here? Harry? Okay, I'm trying. I appear to be around a fire. I appear to be using the analog stick to control. But like the Wii U, so like the Wii version, you can around a fire. I'm trying to figure out how to fire. Ah, there we go. You press the left trigger. Now I think that's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, you can use either the analog control to turn, or else you can use the sort of the tilt mechanism. Now the tilt mechanism works really well. I've never used it on this. I've used it on the what do you call it? When I play this, why does that not want to turn? When I play it, I always have to use the Wii remote thing. I'm not allowed to use this controller because it's not my console. But yeah, I hope you can sort of see just how beautiful the graphics are. I mean, I'm playing this on a fairly small TV. It's a 20-inch, 22-inch LCD, and it looks just fantastic. I can only imagine how good this would look on a bigger screen. But yeah, it's kind of going back to basics. How am I doing? I'm actually in second place. I don't know how. As far as the controls, it feels pretty old school. One annoying thing about it, which a lot of people complain about, is there's a thing called the blue shell. Basically, when you get the blue shell, it will automatically, if you fire it, it will take out the person in first position, which can be really annoying when you're leading a race from start to finish. And so I thought I was actually tilting it there. Yeah, it can be quite annoying when you're winning a race from start to finish, and you're just about to cross the line, and then you get taken out of a blue shell and you end up in third position. But they've actually, apparently it was quite prevalent in the Wii version, but they've kind of cut back on how often people get it in this version. But one thing I say is the graphics. The sheer depth and scale of the sort of the tracks just look absolutely stunning. You know, playability wise, it's on the nail. They've actually nailed it. Now this bit here, which I'm going to show you, is one of my favourite bits about this game. You can do a replay. Now you're probably thinking nothing particularly exciting in that, until you realise if you use the left analog stick, you can rewind, like so. Rewind and play back. Rewind and play back. But what you can then do, now how do I do this? If I use the right stick, I can then do it in slow motion. Here we go, let's see it. Rewind. Now, I don't know what you guys think, but I think that is absolutely incredible. I mean, just look at the graphics, even as it's going round like so. I mean, you even get the sound going backwards, for God's sake. I absolutely love that. I think that's absolutely genius. Let's go into the next race. But yeah, it's an absolutely staggering game. If you like video games to be fun, then look no further. This game has got it in bucket loads. I mean, you can play up to 4 people in one. You can play up to 4 people with one console. Obviously, you each get a little quarter of the screen. But it says the actual scale of the tracks, the inventiveness, if that's the right word to use, is amazing. You know, typical Nintendo. And that's the sad part is, if the Wii U was to fail and Nintendo ceased to be a game producer, which some people seem to think is going to happen, then to my mind, video gamers have lost out, because in my mind, nobody can make games like Nintendo. When Nintendo are on the ball, nobody can touch them as far as I'm concerned. I mean, this game, I would say, is probably about the perfect video game. There is nothing about it that I could fault it with. Just amazing. I mean, this is what video games are all about. It's about taking part in something that's fictional, having fun. Yeah, if you're into your Call of Duty Black Ops and like shooting people in the face and, you know, realistic scenarios, then probably it's better not to look at this kind of game. But if you're like me, you just enjoy a video game regardless of what it is. If it's fun, then this game is up there. I mean, I would definitely go as far to say as it's worth getting a Wii U for, because this game was really absolutely box. I heard that Nintendo have apparently, I mean, this was probably a week old now, the news, but apparently they sold something like 1.5 million copies in the first few days, which doesn't surprise me. On the sort of flip side, I was hearing, I've not actually watched any of the news, but it was the E3 or E4, whatever the hell it's called, E3 I think it is, the games sort of show thing. Apparently Nintendo have released some stunning looking games. There's a new Star Fox on the way, and there's also excuse me, there's also a new Legend of Zelda coming out, and it looks really, really nice. So yeah, and apparently I've been hearing since this game's come out, apparently the Wii U is actually getting harder to get a hold of. So take this as a top tip from me, guys. Go grab yourself a Wii U now, because I think it's actually its fortunes have changed. It's certainly a console that nobody really wanted 6 months ago, but it seems to be that it's now starting to get some good games, especially with these new games being announced. Oh, I don't want to look at that. Let's come out of that. No, let's go to the next race. But yeah, it says this game, I can't go rate it highly enough. It's an absolutely awesome game. It says the graphics are just what Nintendo do best. When I see that, whatever it's called, the plant thing, there's actually a character, there's actually a power up that you pick up where you actually have one of the sort of plant, plant things on you, and as you drive past people, whoops, wrong way, as you drive past, it will actually grab power-ups and coins, and it'll even attack people as you drive past. Now, like the other versions of this, although it says I'm shite, you can do the boost thing by jumping. That says I'm pretty pish at this. Whoa, what's going on there? I should just concentrate on trying to win instead of trying to be smart. Take that. But yeah, it really, I can't emphasise how much the crystal clear HD graphics offer. it just makes everything so super sharp. Come on, you fool. So you can see exactly where you're going. I mean, I was playing the SNES version of this last night of all things, and it is fun. Yeah, I would probably say it's not aged quite as well as I'd hoped. It's still a great game, but I'm doing absolutely shite here. But yeah, been able to see so far in front. I'm getting my absolute arse booted here. But I know other guys out in YouTube land are enjoying this. I know Monkey Spaz 5000, he's doing a lot of really good sort of gameplay videos of various tracks. So if you like watching this, then head over and watch his videos. He's a damn sight better than me at this game anyway, so. And it's like the Wii version, you've got the motorbikes, don't know if you've got boats or that, I'm not too sure. Let's try this way. There's kind of multiple routes. I think there's also some tracks where you actually end up going upside down. But it's just gorgeous. I can't fault it at all. Graphics are stunning. That, you know, it looks gorgeous. You'd be hard pushed to get a better looking sort of fantasy game. Yeah, there's more realistic looking games like your Call of Duties and that kind of stuff, but for pure arcade fun, this game, to my mind, is right up there as one of the best. So, and listen guys, I'm probably, oh Christ almighty, I'm over almost 17 minutes, but anyway, it's worth it. This is Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. If you like video games, if you like Mario Kart, then you must sell your grandmother, buy a Wii U. If you don't have a grandmother, go buy one and then sell her and get a Wii U. Or if you can't get one for sale, sell a kidney or sell your kids' kidneys, whatever you want to do. But go get yourself a Wii U and have a lot of fun. As usual guys, appreciate you watching.